who realize if they're good enough woodworkers to make a coffin, they can also make chairs and nice tables and display apparatus for bodies. So a lot of undertakers branched out not just into funeral parlor operators, but also furniture makers at this time. So you get a lot of really interesting pieces coming out from those types of folks. The coffins here show two mainly slightly different styles, but it's nice to show, especially in terms of both price and culture point. So this one down here would have been your bog standard coffin, very cheap, very affordable. They are designed in a roughly hexagonal shape, designed to taper to the shape of the body. And I always like to specify this is a coffin, which means this is the box that you're buried in, as opposed to your casket, which is a rectangular shaped box that you're displayed in.
Yes.
Nowadays, sometimes people are buried in their casket, but more often than this time period, the casket was only ever used for display, and you bought your coffin, but you rented your casket, because the casket could be reused from person to person. Like I said, though, this would have been a more affordable option. This one over here would have cost a bit more, and it includes this window here, which has a couple of different purposes. The first of which is sentimentality. People want to be able to have that one last look at their loved one before they're gone forever. The other aspect of it goes back well into history, and it is kind of a fear that gets revived in people during this time, the fear of being buried alive. I think we've all at least heard or read about the things where you bury a bell with somebody so they can ring the bell if they're ever buried alive.
Yeah.
We do know that that was a real practice. It wasn't used terribly often, and I personally don't know of any times where it was a real occurrence. But it was something that was on people's minds. So by having the window, you also get that one last opportunity to see if they're really actually gone. Now, most of that point becomes moot after embalming becomes popular, because once you're embalmed, there's no way that you're going to still be alive. But there's still that mental block that people have a hard time getting over. And this is also a time period, even leading up to the early 20th century, where most states in the country did not have laws protecting medical colleges and physicians from doing research on cadavers. So body snatching was still an unfortunate and common practice. I wish we had some apparatus to display, but this is a time period where preventative additions were added to coffins in order to protect the corpse. The cheapest one I've ever seen made is what's called a coffin collar, essentially an iron band that would affix around the neck and make it harder for a thief to pull the body out. Because unlike in most film where you see somebody digging out a grave, they dig out the entire profile of the coffin, that takes a lot of time. And if you're doing that, you want to be quick because you don't want to get caught. So a lot of the times, grave robbers would dig essentially just a small little thin tunnel down to one end of the coffin and then pull the body through the tunnel. The coffin collar means you have to dig out the entire thing, undo the collar, and then get the body out. Makes it more likely that you're going to get caught.
And it's a shame something like that happened. And I mean, professional men that were doctors and stuff, they would pay some wino or somebody to go do the crime.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but I guess back then people didn't want to donate their bodies to science.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but still, oh my gosh.
I know, it's hard to justify, hard to wrap your mind around. And there were some really high profile cases here in Ohio. Let me see, I forget his actual name, but the son of William Henry Harrison, so President Benjamin Harrison's dad, his body was actually stolen from his family crypt roughly 2 or 3 days after he was buried.
Were they able to?
They did find him.
Good.
It took a couple of months. They tracked him all the way up to the University of Michigan, where his cadaver was found in a meat locker, essentially.
Oh, geez.
So he was brought back and reinterred.
Well, I think Lincoln, didn't somebody try to,
They
and they
tried.
finally encased it in solid cement